Welcome back to my channel and a very special welcome if you're new here. My name is Jen and this is Jen Clayton Beauty. We do everything beauty and makeup, and that includes testing out products in subscription boxes and mystery boxes. Recently, I unboxed the spooky Colourpop mystery box, and it was full of all of the Stranger Things collection from Colourpop. I will link that video down below for you. When I unboxed it, I said I had never tried anything in the collection, and I set it all aside for this testing new makeup. So we've got 6 products from Colourpop from the Stranger Things collection to test out together today. So if you're excited, give this video a big thumbs up. Subscribe if you're not, turn your bell on because I upload lots of new videos every single month. I will link all of the Colourpop Stranger Things pieces down below, and I believe that there is currently a fall mystery box out. I will link all of that down below for you, as well as my favorite beauty subscription boxes, all of the other makeup that I'm wearing today if you would like to shop this look, discounts to my favorite indie brands. So let's talk about the products we're testing out today. I'll zoom you in. We'll get started. So all I've done is my base products, concealer, and set my eyes with powder because one of the products in the box was this very interesting cream blush. Now, when I unboxed this, like I said, I will link the video down below for you. I was like, what is this? What is this purple cream blush? And a couple of you had commented and said this is a pH changing blush, which I've kind of thought that it would change color based on your pH, and it's kind of a pinky color. So I haven't set my complexion with powder yet, so we can try this out together. We also got the Stranger Things waffle lip mask, so we're gonna put that on, let that sit on my lips while we do our makeup today. We have the Hawkins Milk Liquid Highlight, so we'll apply that once we do the cream blush, again, before we set with powder. We've got the Monster Liquid Eyeshadow. So this is something that I'm not a big fan of. I'm not a big cream liquid eyeshadow person, but I definitely wanna try these out. You guys commented and said this is a really good formula, and they're really pretty multi-chromes. We also have this Stranger Things Talk to Me glitter lip gloss set. You guys also said this does not translate glittery or chunky on the lips, so we're gonna use that. And last but not least, we're gonna try out the Stranger Things eyeshadow palette. I am very, very excited for this. So we're gonna kind of swatch and I'll show you things as we go. So let me zoom you in, let's get started. First up is that cream blush in the shade Buyer. So let me show you what it looks like. It's like a purple black leaning cream blush, but I heard when you swatch it, it's going to change color based on your pH. And everybody said that it was kind of a light pink. Okay, that's actually a lot prettier than I expected. It's definitely on the light side. Do you see that? It's not super, super deep. So I'm wondering how it's going to translate on my cheeks, but let's go ahead. So let's go ahead and test it out. I'm nervous. I'm still nervous. All right, here we go. Ooh. Okay, that's really pretty. That is actually really pretty. What's interesting is I'm definitely getting more pigment payoff when I'm tapping it on my cheeks than I feel like I did with the swatch. That is actually really, really, really pretty. And you can see you got some pink kind of coming through that purple a little bit. Okay, this is better than I thought that it was going to be. Curious how it's going to fare once I set with powder. And then we've got the Hawkins Milk Cream Liquid Highlight. Again, I'm not a huge liquid highlighter person. I know you can also mix this in with your foundation, but I was just going to tap a little on my cheeks using my finger. Okay, that is really pretty too. That's really pretty. Not super highlighter-y. So you can see here, before I tap it out, it's definitely got a little bit more of a highlight vibe. Okay, that's actually really pretty too. That is really pretty. And I feel like with this, if you did a no makeup day, you could just tap a little bit of this on the cheeks to give you that pretty highlight. This would also be something I would mix in with my foundation, again, to give a glow, but it's really, really pretty looking along with that cream blush on the cheeks. And then before I set with powder, let's try out this waffle lip mask. This smells so good. It literally smells like pancakes and syrup. It's really, really kind of a sticky, it literally tastes like I'm eating pancakes, and I'm not mad about it. Oh my gosh, it tastes so good. It tastes so good, and look how pretty that is on my lips. I love Colourpop's lip masks. We're gonna leave that on throughout the eyeshadow tutorial, and then obviously we'll test out the glitter lips together. But let me go ahead and set with powder, do a little something with my brows. I'll be back and we'll test out the palette and the liquid shadows. So I went ahead and set with powder. I did not do any powder blush or highlight. You can still see how pretty that is even through a set face. So I really like the cream blush and the liquid highlighter, and I'm so excited to test out the eyeshadow palette. Here is the color story. It's very fall, it's very spooky season vibes, and I am not mad about it. Let me go ahead and swatch it. So here it is swatched out. Honestly, it's swatched really nicely. This shade down here is one of their newer pressed glitters. That actually is really, really pretty. Matte swatched really nice, and the shimmers actually swatched really, really nicely. So my eyes are primed and ready for shadow. I'm trying to decide what type of vibe I want to go with. I kind of want to use that blue new pressed glitter formula. So I think I'm going to start with this shade here. It's called D&D. Now, I've never seen Stranger Things, so I don't know what any of these shade names signify, but I'm going to use that to set my eyeshadow base and also add a little bit of depth to the crease. I am pulling that a little bit above the crease as well, since my eyes are slightly hooded. I do want to be able to see that shade D&D when my eyes are open. Okay, that's actually really pretty. That's actually a really, really pretty shade. And then I'm going to pick up this deep blue called the Gate, and I'm going to kind of pack that in the outer portion of my lid and even pull that up into the crease just a little bit. Again, just to add a little bit more darkness to that outer corner and a little bit of depth to the crease. Just kind of buffing those edges. As always, going in with the NYX Glitter Glue. I'm going to tap a little bit of that on my lids, and that's just going to help keep my shimmers in place, especially when I'm using a pressed glitter. Again, I have aging eyelids. I have slightly hooded eyes. I just don't want them to crease and get creased throughout the day. So like I said, I want to use this blue shade called the Upside Down. It is a really, really interesting blue. It kind of has a pressed glitter vibe to it. And I'm actually going to tap that on my lid, but I'm going to focus on the outer about 3/4, leaving this inner portion open. I want to pop in a little bit lighter shimmer and also test out a few of the shimmers. Look how pretty that is. Wow. I also want to use my finger and a brush just to kind of show you different application methods, but man, that is gorgeous. Then I'm going to pick up this kind of copper shade called Gone Missing, and I'm going to pick that up on a brush and put that on the inner portion of my lid, and then bringing that over to meet that blue glittery sparkly shade, just kind of tying those two together. And then with my brush, I'm going into Alien Vines, which is this black based purple, and I'm going to kind of pop that in between the copper and the blue. Again, just to kind of add a little bit of pop of deepness and darkness to the center of my lid. And then I'm going to take that same shade, that Alien Vines, and pop that on my lower lash line. And then for the inner corner, I'm going to use this light blue shimmer called Hungry for Blood and pop that right on my inner corner. Ooh yeah, that's pretty. That adds like an icy blue vibe to the inner corner. Oh my goodness. I just realized I didn't use the liquid shadows. Okay. Oh no, I feel bad that I didn't use these. Let's swatch these though. I'm really kind of curious about these. So these are the two shades and they're multi-chrome shades. Let's swatch these out. Ooh, that's really pretty. Ooh, these are pretty. I'm just not a big liquid shadowy girl. Ooh, that blue purple. Okay, these are actually really, really beautiful. The shift on these two is perfect. Look at that. So that's like a more purple, coppery, yellow leaning, and this one's that little bit more blue and purple. Can you see that? Those are really, really pretty. This one definitely has like a green pink shift to it as well. And that one's definitely more of a blue purple. Well, crumb, I don't know what to do. I think what I'm gonna do is take that one that is pinky green gold, and I'm going to pop that right on my lash line. Okay, that's really pretty. Kind of use that as like a liner, so to speak. Okay, that's actually really pretty. I'm curious how this is going to dry down as well. And I'm bringing that just out to the side, kind of creating like a faux wing a little with that. Okay, that's actually really pretty. It added a little bit of brightness as well. Let me have this kind of dry down. I won't do any liner. We'll just stick with this as our liner, but there is our eye look. Really pretty. So all I'm going to do is pop on a little bit of mascara. So I popped on a little bit of mascara. Isn't this fun with that cream liquid shadow as a liner? I actually really kind of like it. And now we're gonna test out the Talk to Me lip glosses. Let's go ahead and swatch these. You guys said these are not glittery once applied, so that makes me happy. I was a little nervous about that. Here are the 3 shades. Now they definitely look glittery to me. Let's go ahead and swatch them out. Ooh, okay, the pink is pretty. Okay, they're definitely not translating on as a swatch with glitter, and they look fairly similar. So here they are swatched out. So there's the pink, the blue in the middle, and the gold. So it's kind of hard to see. They're very, very, very sheer. Not a lot of difference in the swatches as far as the glosses go. So let's go ahead and test out. Let's go ahead and do the gold first. Have like a very, very faint, slight sweet smell. No chunkiness, and really no glitter on the lip. So this is the gold. Also, it's not sticky, which I'm really happy about. Okay, let's go ahead and do the blue. There is like a slight bluish purple tint, but in a really, really good way. It actually looks really good with my eye look. So here is the blue. And then lastly, ooh, okay, that's pretty. That definitely has, out of the 3, the most tint. I would say the gold is sheer. The blue has that slightest blue purple, and this definitely has a pink, but in a really good way. I really, really like the shade of this. It's the perfect kind of your lips, but better. So here is the pink. So let me go ahead and put my hair in it. Let me go ahead and do a little something with my hair. I'm just gonna pop it into a ponytail for the day, and I'll be back, and let's talk about the Colourpop Spooky Mystery Box and the Stranger Things collection. So here's the completed look using the Spooky Colourpop Mystery Box and the Stranger Things collection. Let me give you some thoughts. So first, let's go ahead and start with the eyeshadow palette. I thought the formula of this was really nice. The mattes were buttery, smooth, blendable, buildable. The shimmers in the palette, the ones that I used, were really nice. I'm actually pleasantly surprised by this kind of multi-chrome, feels like a pressed glitter formula. Like I said, everything, I like the color story of this. I think it's really, really beautiful. I have no ties to this collection. Like I said, I've never seen the show, but I do like this palette, and I can see myself reaching for this, especially in the fall and the winter. I would say that this is the good Colourpop formula. No complaints at all, no fallout. Really, really nice. And then the pH changing cream blush. I really like this. I think it is beautiful. You can still see it through powder, through a set face. So if you are not a big powder blush person, even set with powder, you can still see this. I think it's kind of fun that it changes color as well. And it's a nice, pretty pink shade, very versatile and everyday wear. And then the liquid highlighter is really pretty. I can still see it again through a set face. It's more on the subtle side, and I like a little bit more blinding highlight. I could see myself using this though on no makeup days, just for a little glow to the skin, or again, mixing it in with my foundation. Yummy, it is literally like I'm eating waffles with syrup. I really like it. I enjoy Colourpop's lip mask, lip scrub formula a lot, so this I'm very excited about. As far as the liquid shadow goes, I thought they swatched wash beautifully. And again, I kind of like it as a liner. It did blend in a little bit with my shadow, but you can see more of it on the wing part right here. I think these would be a really easy one and done. Just pop a quick matte in the crease, pop one of these on the lid, and you'd have a one and done. So I'm actually quite impressed with these. Love that they're multi-chromes as well. And lastly, the lip glosses. I like these more than I thought. This is the pink. Really beautiful. It is not sticky at all. There's no glitter to be seen. There is no chunks on the lips. I will say they are on the sheer side, especially the yellow. The yellow is really just a clear. And then if I was to buy one, I'd probably go with the pink. I would say if these were sold singly, I probably would only buy one. But in a kit, they're kind of nice because again, you've got clear, a more pink leaning, and then a little bit more blue, purple leaning. I think the formula is really, really nice of these. And the longevity seems to be really good as well. So not mad about these either. So overall, this was a really good testing new makeup. Now I need to watch the Stranger Things show. A lot of you had commented and said, girl, you got to watch the show. It's really, really good. But I will say, if you are interested in this collection, if you love the show, I think buying these individually is the way to go because then you can kind of pick and choose what works for you. I really liked the eyeshadow palette, really liked the lip mask, and surprisingly, the glosses and the cream blush. Actually, everything was really, really good in this testing new makeup. So let me know what you think of my look. Did you pick up the spooky box? I have the fall. I will link the other mystery box. I think it's fall down below for you. And again, each item individually, when I looked it up, it is still available. So I'll link it all for you as well. Thank you so much for using my links. It really helps support my channel. Don't forget to give this video a thumbs up and I will see you in the next one. Bye.